What's up, guys? Today I am actually taking off my bump stop extensions that I had installed on the Doozie. I got my little helper here today. He's doing all right, hanging out. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm not getting as much upward travel as I want. I've got about maybe 3-4 inches until the top of the tire is actually up at the fender wheel itself, and I'd like to get a little bit more tuck on it, and I can actually feel them on the speed bumps and stuff when I'm driving around town or on the freeway when you're taking the big whoops. I just bottom out each time, and it's really annoying. I don't want to really limit my travel. I didn't want to do these extensions anyways, but it's really to help the wheels and tires from getting stuck up in the fender and locking, because what was happening was it was actually locking up on one side and shooting the power out the other side, and I was not getting anywhere with that until I started yanking up on the e-brake a little bit to lock up the other side to power through that side, and kind of chaotic. So I want to keep those tires out of the fender wells and rotating as freely as possible. The only thing is I'm only going to be able to do a little bit more experimenting with how much extension I can get with those extensions, bump stop extensions, how much further down I have to go. I am going to run something, but these ones are definitely just too big for my preference is all. So I'm going to go ahead and knock those down and get those off the frame rails and see what I can do. I'll tell you what, ratcheting wrenches are the best, man. These things make life so much easier in our world. It was the best design since peanut butter and jelly. So what I have here are my bump stops. These are actually not for the 2nd gen rodeo, but for the 1st gen rodeo, where they're solid, and they're really like a hard rubber. I don't even know if they're like, okay, well, that's some mud from some journeys. But it's a solid rubber, so I didn't want any of that progression. I wanted that axle to stop right where I wanted it to. So one thing I had thought about doing was actually just shaving it down a little bit so I didn't have to change my bump stop extensions themselves. But as far as the travel goes, I'm still changing the upward travel by eliminating some of this. But I don't have the means to cut any rubber here today, so I just want to show you guys this, because these I like a lot better because they are stronger, they are stiffer than the progressive ones, which tear and crack really quickly. So additionally, what I did with my extensions was I took the 2-inch receivers for like towing hitches and stuff like that, and drilled a couple holes into it, one that would fit there, and so this would actually mount onto the bottom side there, with a couple bolt holes that I drilled from the bottom and then from the holes from here into the frame. But like I said, they're a little bit too big, because these are a total of 2¼ inches between here and here, and the length is perfect. So I picked these up at a hardware store and drilled a couple holes in them and called them good, but it didn't work. It was a good trial, so I'm gonna pull those off and call that a day with those and figure out what a better option would be, so I can actually get the tire stuffed up into the well where I want to. It was coming up to probably about here, in upward travel, and not even getting close to the fender well itself. But that way it's just up. This is limiting. It really is just limiting my upward travel at this point, which I'm looking forward to eliminating and keeping my upward travel where I want it. I probably want to get that tire maybe an inch here. If anything, it'd be cool to tuck, but these tires don't necessarily tuck very nicely. As you can see on the edges here, they kind of touch. So I want to get right up next to it and call it good. Okay, so this is gonna be like the 2nd day that I'm working on this. I've been busy, I've been doing a lot of stuff, and haven't been really getting around onto it. I took the bump stops off, but I didn't put anything back on. Really, I took those, or the bump stop extensions off, and left it off just like that. But I need to put something on there still, but I'm going to put something a little bit smaller. I have an idea, so I got to go to the parts store real quick, and I'll find something to accommodate that. So this is my bump stop, the bump stop alone, and this is just too short for my flex because the tire will still go up and hit the fender and touch just a little bit. It's not locking like it was. I had some blown out ones that are progressive, but these ones are solid mount from the first gen rodeo like I was talking about. And then here I had my new bump stop extension that I created with some old trailer hitch receivers, which would generally, sit right there, take your trailer in, and I made this and it worked great. So this is about 2 1/4, but it's just way too big for my intentions, and I couldn't even go over speed bumps, and I was bottoming out. It was just annoying. I couldn't go in driveways. I was bottoming out, and it was just thumping and clunking with this. I had thought about shaving this down or going back to progressives, but decided against that because I thought I had a better idea. This is that plank of wood. This is gonna be just, okay, all right, stop it. Listen, I know that I can feel the judgment already. I feel the judgment. You're judging me so hard for using wood. So, but this is just a temporary piece. This isn't gonna be permanent, theoretically. If it works really well, I know it's gonna split and stuff, do its thing. Like wood, it gets soft and crack and life and whatever in comparison to the metal. But the metal, I'll go with the wood for now, just to start taking measurements. This is not 2 1/4 inches. This is just about 3/4 of an inch. So it's just a little bit bigger. I might go a little bit bigger than that, but I'm going to go ahead and put this on in place of those bump stop extensions, flex it out, see where it lands, and go from there. Okay, so I took a spade bit here and went through, made a nice little hole, and these are gonna line up there, and I put my bolts in each and put it under. I didn't do any math on this. This was kind of just like a kind of shot in the air. But the original bolts that come out of it were gonna be just too short to even grab anything. Luckily, I had something that would just be useful for now and be right about there. That's gonna be just too small. I'll get some bigger ones later, but for now, for this purpose, for testing purpose, it should be good enough. Okay, and this is perfectly just shy of janky and completely good enough for me right now. It's got a nice big lip. I put it on the inside because if I had flipped it around or put it on offset there, it would have been kind of hitting a spring on the side over here. So I ended up putting it on the outer side. The tire is not going to hit it when I articulate anyways. It's going to hit higher up regardless. I was able to get about 5 threads on that, but that is perfectly janky enough for me to go ahead and do some test runs on it and go find something to flex it out on before the sun goes down and make that awesome. Got a little time left. All right, we are on. Let's go find some dirt to go flex on, see if it's not all mudded up. It was raining a little bit earlier today, so we'll see how that goes. Mall crawler going to Neiman Marcus. Okay, so it looks like they had cut down this road a little bit after some of the rain. It was really rutted up. JD and I got stuck in it a little bit. Not stuck, but like, you know, down to the axles type of muddy. You probably have seen that on Instagram page if you guys follow us, but I'm about to see one of the most gorgeous sunsets too up here. It's so pretty, and I'm really excited to actually see at the end of this. This is about a mile dirt road to a hiking trailhead. So it goes through some of the residential stuff, but it's pretty much dirt. But it can get real gloppy here when it rains, and when it rains, it's really bad. All the kids come out to play and play in the mud and rut it up and destroy it and stuff. But right now, it looks like they came through with a bulldozer, and so it looks a lot better. All right, so this is my location where I like to go up. We got a couple little entries, and I'm gonna go up this way. Simple little two-wheel drive action, and I like to flex out on this little station here. I can feel where it all tucks. All right, I'm crooked, like really crooked. Oh, hello Flexi Flex. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Oh yeah, so I can get my finger all the way up inside of there, and it just, oh geez, just enough right here on my, hello buddy. So it's right here, just enough. And I actually feel like I'm not completely on my bump stop, but this is kind of where we're at here. Also, that's the sunset I was looking at. So this is a duo. This is awesome. Okay. So this one I wanted to leave like this without the wood block, just so I could test to see before and after. And I'm getting okay. That's all right. That's not even full droop on this side. This side can actually come down more, and I can tell because I know that my bent upper link here that avoids the gas tank would end up still touching the gas tank, and my spring is still nice and tight. As far as the bump stops go, I am on them, so I can actually see right there. I am just on it. So that's 3/4 of an inch on bump stop. So I'm thinking I'd do 1 inch. That's exactly what I was looking for. I wanted some tuck still, and I didn't want complete obstruction. So I think I'm gonna go with 1 inch bump stop now extension, and that should fix that. And I'm now pretty much, I think I'm done with my R&D. So now I gotta find something that'll fit that perfectly. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. We'll watch the next episode or so when I actually find something that will fit that to a T and actually give me the proper clearance that I need, so not completely stuffed up inside of that wheel well and locking that wheel. So yeah, stick around. I'm actually really excited and cold. I didn't anticipate this at all, and I am not prepared at all. So I'm gonna go inside the nice warm car and go home. Yeah.